Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to the month of May. And for me, it's a fresh start with the channel. It's a fresh start. I've not been doing well, as in I've not been doing anything with the channel. So I'm gonna be sharing my story as an international student in Canada, especially in the French speaking part of Canada. That is Quebec, and in the capital of Quebec, which is Montreal. I'm going to be sharing you on this channel. I will share with you my story of how I have been navigating Canada, how I've been navigating the French province, how we've been surviving as a self-sponsored international student. You know what I mean? So today, this video is going to be about how you can get affordable things to set up your home in Canada, or how you can pay less or little or none at all. You can even get some things for free here in Canada. So living on a budget, minimalist living, and people that have no one to send them. So I'm going to be sharing gist on how you can survive here with your 20 hours job. Surviving as a self-sponsored in Canada is really not easy. So you have to cut costs, you have to be minimal as much as possible. So I will be giving you some gist which might not be really new, but to some people it might be new. How can you survive living in Canada as a self-sponsored student and setting up your home? So today I'm going to tell you how you can get some things for free. How you can actually, in Canada, you can get anything and everything for free, except maybe a house. Like you have to pay for your house rent, right? So the first on the list would be you can get free stuffs, either mattress, TV, furnitures, kitchen stuffs, anything at all. You can get it for free by going to Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. You can get it for free. You will see people that are moving out and they want to dash their stuffs. Also, you will get people that wants to sell. So that's 2 points, right? The first is you can get for free. Some people are not moving out. They are still here, but they want to change the furniture. They want to give their room, their sitting room, their living room some lifting, so they need to take out the old stuffs and bring in new ones, especially during tax refunds. I'm still very new here, but I already have an idea of what it feels like during tax refunds. All over the streets, in all the areas, every corners, you see stuffs, things that are still really good, not spoiled. They don't use their things like we Nigerians do, sorry to say, but they reuse their stuffs really good, like pre-owned stuffs, right? That is what is called pre-owned here and even in Nigeria, pre-owned. So they use it very, very good that some would even look as if they are new. So these stuffs, you can get it on Marketplace at a cheap price. Instead of buying new, you save cost. We know what it feels like to pay so many bills, electricity, which is hydro. You pay your rent, obviously, then you pay for, what was it again? I think I forgot. You pay for electricity, you pay for rent, you pay for Wi-Fi. Yes, you pay for Wi-Fi. Most of the houses, the landlords or the landladies already pay for their eating and water, so that is minus your bill. So I would also like to say that when you are getting your apartment, try as much as possible not to get an apartment where you have to pay the bills yourself, like the hydro, because like I got this info from an house owner here. It's actually so expensive to pay for eating. So I would like, you don't want to get an apartment where you have to pay for eating and okay, eating. You can pay for water. I don't know how, the person didn't tell me how much it costs to pay for water. I don't think that would be so much, but he says eating can cost a lot. That even if the house owners have their way of passing it on to tenants to pay, like just pay the house rent, then you pay every other bills yourself. They will, but because most of the houses are very big, the way their houses are built, unlike the ones that are like a flat, like self-flat. Majority of the houses are big houses that has so many apartments, so many rooms, 2 beds, 3 beds, that's 2.5, 3.5, 5.5, in like so many, like 4 floors, 3 floors, 5, some even 5 floors. So it will be so difficult for them to like separate the bills for each tenant to pay their eating bill. So that is why the landlords have to pay for eating, because it was centrally made. So they can't start disconnecting to each apartment. So for some houses that are like, what will I call it, shade duplex and they are on their own, they stand alone, they are not in a very big building. If you have an opportunity to get such apartments, I think they are more costlier. But also ensure you are getting the one that you don't have to pay for your eating yourself, because it can eat up a lot. Because you know, you can never tell the winter session, you don't know how long it will last. You can never tell when the coldness will go. And imagine having like minus 30 degrees outside and you have to eat. Like the man also told me, you have to heat, for especially Africans, we are not used to cold. You have to heat above 21, 22. At times you have to heat up to like 25 degrees inside. So it costs a lot, and your bills keeps increasing, and you don't want to incur so much bill that at the end of it, of the month, you feel like, what? It will almost be higher than your house bill in some cases. So that is one of the advice. Ensure you are getting a house where the landlord or the landlady, the house owner, already incurs the bill of eating. I learned eating a lot of money. Eating Jowo in translation to Yoruba. So eating takes up a lot of their of the bills the house owner pays, which is why the housing stuff is actually increasing. Because in the area where I'm living currently, I learned it used to be for poor people. Not really poor, but people that are trying to cut their costs, they move to this part of the city because it's so much expensive. Good houses, beautiful houses, so much expensive. But also it is a very good environment because it's closer to the industrial area and it's closer to the downtown. So we are like in between. You want to go to work, you are in between your work, and for me that is studying, it's in between my work and school. So I'm in between, so I have no stress. And one good thing is, let me say this, aside from the French part that is somehow, actually Montreal is the city, is the capital, and English speakers doesn't really have problem, but there are some little buts. So if you know how to speak French, very good. If you are English speaker, good, but not as good as knowing, like having fluency in both language, speaking both language, able to write, read both language is very, very important, because when it comes to employment, you get better jobs when you can speak both language. But they are not like the other part of Quebec where it's purely French. Montreal is like, I can't say maybe there's another country or another province in Canada or another place in the whole world that is as multicultural as Montreal. So speaking English is not really a big deal because they have so many cultures that are not even from, that are the people that are not of French origin. So English is widely like acceptable, but French is a bonus, like a big bonus in Montreal. So sorry for the digression. So like I was saying before, when you consider those bills, like when you already get an apartment, you get the one without without eating, sorry, you get the one without eating, so you have to pay just for Wi-Fi and your electricity. So like currently where I'm staying, we only pay for Wi-Fi and hydro electricity. They call it hydro in Quebec. So like it's just for the guide, for the stove and the lighting, the bulbs and co, and also our electricity. So all the eating, no matter how many degrees we want it to, like no matter how hot we want it to be, that's the problem of the landlady. So she already got her funds for that, so she has to sort that. So imagine we have to sort eating ourselves, and winter refused to go. So that means multiple months you have to, and when it is colder, you need it to be hotter inside. So that means your bills keeps going up. So when you're done with house stuff, like you've gotten an house that the price is affordable. All right, I know affordability is relative, but when I say affordable, okay, if it is actually possible for you to get an apartment that doesn't take more than 30% of your income, very good. Not more than 30%, or even not more than, if you can get the one that is not more than 20%, you know we have to save cost, right? Because we have a lot of bills to pay. We have to pay school fee, Nobody's gonna send us money from home. I know nobody's gonna send me money from home. I have to pay my school fee myself, so I have to cut my cost. So like I mentioned earlier, you have to get your stuff from Facebook Marketplace. You will get free, you will get cheap ones. Everything that you need, you will get it on Facebook Marketplace. Mattress, furniture, kitchen stuff, everything that you need, whatsoever thing that you need, you will get it for free. For some people that are moving out, some people are changing their stuff, they are changing their furniture, they are renovating their house, they need to take out the old stuff and bring in the new stuff. And you know what is good? On tax returns, when they are having their tax returns, you know what was funny, like now flex money, so they want to use it judiciously, because yeah, that is what they want. So I would say it's a judicious use of it, and to us it's a benefit because we see these things. So, and for people that can't pick up stuff from the street, there is an association here, YMCA, and I learned they have an app, and I think they are almost in every province, and some other churches also have such organizations. The members of the church, they have like an how will I call it, maybe app or be association to Bonshamanshi. So they have this association. You can get free stuff. People are donating. I am no longer in need of a thing in my home, and I bring it out. Whoever needs it can take it. Like almost anything at all, they donate, they dash out for people that need it. Once they are bringing in new ones, they put it outside. In my neighborhood, all over the street, now that it's tax refund time, you see stuffs outside, very new. Both mattress and the bed, very new. TVs, fridge, almost anything you see outside. Microwaves, grills, like stoves, they drop it outside. If you wanted to pick it, they drop chairs, they drop furniture outside, like by the side of their entrance. Very neatly used. So you can pick it up and set up your home with it. That is if you're comfortable with it. But if you know you have some cash to spare, you can go ahead and buy new things. New things are very, very good. But we don't care. For now, we have to cut our costs. Like, we have to live within our means because we have a lot of bills to pay, and we don't want to end up shouting like other people. Hey, Canada is not, as people have been saying, Canada is difficult, Canada is tough. No. You plan it the way you want it to be. If you want it to be tough, it will be tough. If you want it to be easy, there are things there are easier way out of things here. So a word is enough for the wise. So you have to choose wisely as an international student, especially if you are self-sponsored. If you have people sending money back to you from home, you know you have nothing to worry about. They send your school fees, so whatever job you are doing here is just to feed and to live large. It is all well and good, so you can decide to use some bucks to buy some new stuff. For people like us that are, we have to pay our bills ourselves, we have to we have to pay our bills ourselves, we have to pay our school fees, you know, only can be more you know, they've already sent us to school, but we decided to go further. This one is, nobody send you this one. Now me send myself. So I have to do the work myself. Did you get? So guys, if you watch this video to this very moment, I will say thank you very much, and please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It is a very new channel, so help me grow. Please help me grow, and see you next time on my next video. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.